Hello, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Sandy Cruz, and I create videos and products, all things I. That's iPlanner, mobile planning, iDesign, mobile designing, iBible, mobile Bible journaling, and iScrap, mobile scrapping, and memory keeping, and all the other I stuff. If this sounds fascinating to you, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell when I have new I stuff to show you. And if you want to take your I stuff to the next level, I'll go ahead and link below where you can take a closer look. I teach a course in every one of these categories. Okay, with that said, in this video, I'm going to do like I promised in the last video, and I'm going to show you how to make an iDesign Master Shapes collection. So what you're looking at on my screen, if you missed the last video, I keep all of my master sets of my iDesign Keynote shapes in one master collection. That way, when I am in light table view, and I'll just pull this down and show you, when I'm in light table view, I can see all of my iDesign Keynote shapes that I own. And I can also do a split screen view and drag and drop anything off of any one of these boards over to my design board. So I don't design in this master shapes collection. I just grab what I need and drag and drop it to a design board that I keep open on the side. So I do split screen, and that's my workflow. I also, because all of these designs are fillable, I also keep a floating window open. So I have a left window, a right window, and then a floating window. And in the floating window, I have open all the patterns and colors that I'm going to use to fill my designs, because every single iDesign Keynote shape is customizable. You can change the color, you can fill them with photos and patterns, and just sky's the limit what you can create. And I layer these up to create my own designs by mixing and matching all of these. So that's why it's so handy to be able to have them all in one place and be able to browse, because I forget what I have when I kept them all on separate or in separate files, because they come like this as a set. And the way I was designing is a presentation for every single one of these. And so I would have to scroll and open one of them and then copy what I wanted and then go to my design board and paste it onto my design board. And then I'd have to go back and browse all my presentations again. And then when I found something that I wanted to use, I'd have to open it up. And it was just getting to where designing was taking too long, and it wasn't that much fun anymore because I just have too much. I have too much stuff. I don't just have 3 or 4 of these. I have 76 packages in here. That's a lot, and you forget what you have. And there's nothing worse than purchasing one of these beautiful sets and forgetting that you even have it. All right, so this eliminates that completely. And like I said in my last video, if anybody was interested in how I create this Master Shapes collection, that I would do a video. And so here I am as promised, and now we are going to get right to it. I have just one window open right now. When I download these designs or these packages, I put them in my Dropbox. I unzip them and put them in my Dropbox. And so that's where I need to go to get the one I need. I've got 3 of the Spring Crush collections here in my master slides, and I'm missing just one because there were 4 sets that came with the Spring Crush collection. And so I've got the raindrops, the florals, and the critters. And now I need the stems. So let me go ahead and open up a side window with my Dropbox. And I'm already in the folder where my shapes are because I've been adding them. All right, so on the right is my Dropbox folder with the Spring Crush shapes folder open. And on the left is my Keynote. All right, so in order to bring this in by dragging and dropping, I'm going to need to switch my view over here in Keynote. So let me slide Dropbox over a little bit so I can see my presentation icon or view. And I need to go to the slide view. All right, So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop this over, and what it's going to do, it's going to drop it in a floating window. And then I can drag and drop from there, the slide, into this master collection. So let me just show you how that works. So I'm going to press and hold the Keynote file. I'm going to drag it over to my Keynote window. And as you could see, when I come over here, the shape changes, and I can already tell this is going to open. I'm very familiar with this because I do this a lot. So I know that now when I let go, it's going to open a floating window. And that's the shape that it takes on when when a floating window is going to open. All right, so now what you're looking at, this is also a Keynote window. It's a floating window, and I can drag it over here if I want to, or I could drag it back over if I want to. I can even yank it and let it go, and it tucks up nice and neatly here, so until I need it. So it kind of gets out of my way. And I love that. And this is my workflow. And this is so convenient. I can throw a sticker together in less than 60 seconds. Okay, so let me go ahead and get that window back open. All right, so here's my floating window. It's a Keynote window. So this is Keynote here, and this is Keynote. And then, of course, my Dropbox is still open behind it. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to press and hold on the slide, not the drawing space. So now that I've pressed and hold, I can drag and drop this where I want it, and I want it all the way up here in the group of the Spring Crush sets that I already have. All right, so you see that white line? If I indent that white line, it's going to be a sub slide under this slide, and I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and let it go. I'll make sure that that white line is even with the slide above it, and then I'll let it go to add. All right, and there it is. It's part of my collection. Let me scroll down so you can see. And now let's go to my light table view again so that we can see it nice and big. Okay, so now I've got critters, florals, raindrops, and stems. And these are all customizable. I can use them as is. I don't have to change anything. They're pretty the way they are. But if I'm doing a navy and pink theme for March, I'm going to want to change all of this. I'm going to put in some different patterns, and I'm going to put in some different colors. And these are all made up of layers, so I can change them completely. But like I said, I could use them just as they are as well. So I don't need this window open anymore. I can go ahead and close it. And if I'm going to start designing, what I'll do is I will open up another side window in Keynote by pressing and holding, and then I will just put it over this side window that I'm on. And let's see, I've got a design board in here. Here it is. Okay, so now I'm ready to design. I'll just add a fresh, clean slide, and now I can drag and drop from the left over to the right. One thing I want to mention is you can't drag and drop the shapes from this view. You're going to have to be in slide view. So let me go ahead and press the view button. And depending on what shape I'm going to start designing with, I'll make sure that that slide is highlighted so it's opened up on the slide. This is really thumbnails of the slide, and I keep calling them slides, but hopefully you are still able to follow along even though I'm calling it the wrong thing. Okay, so now that I have this slide open, I can just press and hold and drag and drop onto my design space. So let me go get a couple more things for my design. Okay, so now I'm ready to design. And I'll create something out of this, and then I'll turn around with these layers after I've changed their colors and filled them with patterns and photos. And then I'll take this design and I'll put it on top of a card. We've got journaling cards that I like to decorate. And so as you could see, sky's the limit designing with iDesign shapes. in Keynote. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider hitting the like button because it helps me and it helps YouTube send people to my channel to view my videos. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Have an outstanding day. Bye.